Hello, community. We are the Freemans. If you haven't met us before, welcome to our bedroom. We are authors, speakers, and social entrepreneurs, but really the title that we stand behind is we are ambassadors for partnerships thriving physically, financially, and spiritually. And with this being Sunday, we want to have a particular kind of conversation with you, and there's a reason we're in our bedroom. So Aaron, will you jump in?
Because it's comfortable, for one. So we're coming to you on a Sunday. When you watch this, it might not be Sunday anymore, but Sunday is, for lots of people, time to connect with God. A lot of people go to church. A lot of people connect to their spirituality. It's really about a day of relaxing, of recovering, and really connecting to that which is deeper than ourselves. So we want to bring that kind of message. So we really want to talk about the spiritual side of partnership. You've heard us say, if you see any of our videos, their relationships are for learning, and your partnership is set that you learn the most, that this person is your greatest teacher. Now, at its highest level, what is it that we can learn the most? Well, it's really about us as beings, as spiritual beings, as eternal beings, as being made in the images of God, and being able to co-create with that. So there is the highest level of partnership and relationship to us is discovering that true identity, that true spiritual, eternal side of us. So the point being, how can we actually set up not only our lives, but maybe our environment to actually help support us in that discovery in our relationship?
And the bedroom is really a sacred place, and many of us don't even look at it that way. We think of it just as a place to fall asleep, right? But we are inviting you to bring a lot of intentionality to this place. You know, it is a place that it's just for you and your partner, right? So first off, it's really have the environment feel beautiful to you. Invest in it so that it feels special to you. Have the walls be covered with pictures that feel really special to you. Your bedroom, invest in a bed. It really is worth it. And we want to talk about inside of that environment, something that we invite you to is to have no TV in your bedroom. Television, especially because right before you go to sleep, is the time when your conscious mind meets your subconscious mind. And that we are programming our brains in a particular way based on what we are watching and hearing before bed. So our invitation to you is remove the television from your bedroom, or at a minimum, just don't watch television right before bed when you're laying there with your partner. And then second device that we all have just grown to have around us all the time is our cell phone. Believe me, I love my cell phone too, but we have set an agreement that at 9 p.m. we turn our phones on silent, we put them on the bedside tables, and we do not interact with it. Now, we're not perfect. There are times we do, and then we say, hey, lovingly, you know what? Hey, let's keep that agreement tonight. Let's put it on.
Sometimes not so lovingly.
Right. A nice little reminder. Hey, remember our agreement. So it really does make a difference, though, when we have those phones off and we have that time to connect to each other, because we've, been out and about doing things in our day, and cell phones with social media, everything news that's popping up. Again, it goes back to what are you allowing into your awareness right before you go to sleep, and making that time really special for the two of you.
And it really comes down to energy, right? I mean, let's talk about intimacy real quick. It really is a space, it's really far more than physical. And it's not always the case for us, but we've actually found when we can connect the deepest, it's where it really is on an energy and a spiritual level. I mean, really actually having our energy match such that we can get to a spiritual place is really what I mean. And so, just to Jocelyn's point, if you want to create a space of intimacy and connection, your phone and a TV is only going to bring in somebody else's energy, somebody else's vision, somebody else's thoughts and energy into your room. What does that have to do with you and your partner? It has literally nothing. Mm-hmm. So to be able to create a space for intimacy also, that's another reason why I had no TV and no phone. And then so even further than that, some things that we do is we read. And we don't just read random books. We read things about this type of discovery. We read books about, conscious living, about untethering the soul, sacred
faith-based books.
Yeah, and just so anything that's going to set the energy such that you're in a vibration that matches with your partner and you can connect. Mm-hmm. And maybe you don't actually get physical all the time, but this is an opportunity in that intimacy space to actually connect deeper with your partner and on their level.
Exactly. It really is special. Like you said, it isn't always about being physical, right? When you're intimate, it's about really being with each other, looking in each other's eyes, and you can't be doing that when you have your phone in front of you. So more reason for that. And so really that's our invitation for today is where can you bring more intentionality to that sacred place, your bedroom, for the two of you to really debrief. And actually, before we end it, it's about maybe even looking, what are you talking about before you go to sleep? So rather than just counting, hey, I did this today, I did this errand, I did this errand, I did this, you could actually bring intentionality, which we talk about this a lot in our Facebook Lives if you've been with us, or in our book, we talk about this as well. The power of questions. What are you asking each other? So when we ask each other, what was your experience of life today? What brought you joy today? What was exciting for you today? How did you experience God today? It really has us end the day in such a beautiful and sacred way, really connected to our higher selves, connected to God. And it's way different of a way to end the day together than, what'd you do today? How was it? Did you do those chores? Did you go get my car clean? Right? It's like that you're going to end us in a certain energy when you talk about that before bed. But if you really end on a high level, you're really connected to each other. You go into the experience of sleep really in a high energy. And I know I wake up feeling completely different the nights that we have that sort of intentional, beautiful, powerful conversation versus something more task-oriented, or sometimes we might even bring something up that maybe is frustrating. You wake up differently. It really falls into the future days. So that's the final point. Any last things you want to say about this? All right, so that is our topic for today. We hope that you enjoyed this. Please write us a note about what you're going to be implementing. We're the Freemans again, and we have 3 more weeks of 30 days of conscious partnership. And we really love to connect with you, so please like this page, stay connected to us on the social media. We're here for you, and you're now ambassadors with us. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday or the rest of the day that you are watching this.